What if an integral part of happiness lies in the act of creating?
When I use my camera, I forget about the burdens of life. When I edit photos and videos, time flies by in a state of flow. And when I'm not doing either, I see inspiration sprinkled beautifully over everyday moments. If I didn't have a creative outlet, I think more of my free time would be used to think too deeply about my life in a way that made me critique myself too harshly.
Maybe that's why you're watching this video. If not, sorry for getting so heavy so quick, but I want to make this video to help out those of you who don't have a creative outlet but wish that they did have one. And if you're new here, my name is Angela. Welcome to my channel. On this channel, I help you with your personal development journey through creative expression. So if you are a creative soul on a personal development journey, then hit that subscribe button and become a Voyager today. So anyways, creative outlets. How the heck are you supposed to find what creative outlet is meant for you?
I think the best place to start with this is to understand your options, because there are so many potential creative outlets that you can pick up. When making this video, I decided upon 3 categories that a creative outlet can fall into. The first being visual. So this is an art that is meant to be seen. So videography, photography, painting, drawing, sculptures, these are all creative outlets that result in something that is visually stimulating for the viewer. The next category is audible, things that are meant to be heard. So music, singing, poetry, and writing. These are creative outlets that can be processed without any visual stimulation. Think about when you close your eyes and listen to a song. I think writing is in this category as well, because even though you may see words on a page, I think the original art form of storytelling was word of mouth, and writing was created as a tool to carry it on. And the last category is functional, so things that are meant to be used. And things that fall into this are crocheting, woodwork, interior design, and fashion. These arts result in a final product that is beautiful, but also has function. If you would like a more extensive list of creative outlets that fall into these categories, there is a link down below where you can download a list for free.
I think having these categories might kind of help you understand what you are automatically or intuitively drawn to. And if not, that's okay. The next step is to understand yourself. I think this is the hardest part, understanding yourself, because when it really comes down to it, I don't think anyone has any fucking idea what's going on right now, like in their life, in the world, in the universe. I think the hardest question that a person can ask you is, what are you passionate about? Because for 90% of people, the answer is probably, I have no idea, because passion is a heavy and strong word, and it's hard to really define something as passion. And one thing that I read though years ago that kind of stuck with me regarding passion is something from the book Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, where she said that passion doesn't always start as this fiery thing. It can start as a little nudge of curiosity. So rather than seeking out passion, seek out curiosity. So if you are curious about any form of art, then start there. It might be the domino that really starts off the cascade of other dominoes.
If you're not even sure what you are curious about, then you should try journaling to figure out what it is that you are drawn to. Use prompts like, what kind of books, movies, or art do you find most inspiring? Or, what activities make you lose track of time? If you would like an extensive list of journal prompts, you can find a link in the description down below to download a list for free.
The next thing that you need to understand are your resources. For resources, I'm talking information, money, and community. So for information, lucky for us, we live in the information age, and YouTube is a great place to learn about creative outlets. But when it comes to money, some creative outlets are very expensive. Woodworking, for instance, has a lot of materials involved and a lot of tools involved. So if you are willing to take on an initial expense to begin your creative outlet of woodworking, awesome. But if realistically you can't afford that, then maybe it's not time to pursue that outlet, and maybe you can shift your attention to another one. And when it comes to local clubs, being a part of a community is huge, especially if you're just starting out in an art. If you're interested in something like crocheting and your community has a crocheting club, you can go join it and meet people who are already immersed in the craft, and suddenly you have people to talk to about it and learn from about it or get inspired by. And yeah, so just keep an eye on your resources. What do you already have? What are you willing to buy? And what does your community offer you? The last thing that you need to understand is that no matter what creative outlet you choose and no matter how many resources you have, the odds are that at first you're probably gonna suck at it. And that is part of the process. It's the fun in it. You're gonna suck and you're gonna keep sucking until suddenly you don't, and you feel so happy and proud of yourself that you have improved and you have built up your skill in a craft. And it can get very frustrating when you suck at something at first, and it can be easily discouraging and it might make you give up. But if you push past that feeling, you can find something very rewarding. And yeah, with that, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And until next time, bye.